Hey, Coach. Well, I'm so happy you found us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell up above. We put out content just about every day. Also, go down below and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you're looking to become a better basketball coach, you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for resources, teachhoops.com is the answer for you. Go over and check it out and have a great day.
All right, welcome to High School Hoops. I'm going to jump in right into our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market, bar none. Go over and check them out. You will not be disappointed. They have they're a Midwestern company. Drop mic. There you go. I dropped my mic. Midwestern company. That's all I got to say. The good customer service, great product. Go over and check it out. Mention us. They'll give you $400 off. You won't find that anywhere else on the web. You'll find $300, but I'm going to save you more money because you listen to High School Hoops. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. By the time this podcast goes up, coachingyouthhoops.com should be up too. My new membership site for youth coaches. So go over and check that out. Different price structure, different things, because there's a difference between being a youth coach or wanting the kitchen sink. So go over and check it out. Coachingyouthhoops.com. That one's going to help my daughter hopefully have food money in college. So, yep, I'm separating. Teach Hoops is for Drew. Coaching Youth Hoops is for Emma.
Where's for Steve?
Nothing. I don't know. Nothing. Zero for me. All right. So this week is your topic.
Yeah, I think we often talk about mapping out our practice planning, but I think it's really important to map out your game schedule on a real calendar. I think often I remember as a coach, I would print out my game schedule and it's just a list of dates, right? And who you're going to play. But I think it's easier visually to actually take like a Google Calendar and put those on a calendar to see the different breaks and the different where things fall on. And then I think you also want to add things that are vital to your community, vital to things that are going to be like, well, Thanksgiving's over here, Christmas is over here, midterms are over here. So like basically you're mapping your whole year as a calendar look. So just not looking at your game schedule, but putting your game schedule, putting it on a Google Calendar. If you want to print out, buy a calendar and literally put all of your games on a calendar, that will help you kind of navigate how you want to get your season started. So right now it looks like Steve's got an idea here.
See, I have one of these.
Right.
So and I do it on Google. Anybody that's listening, I'm holding up a calendar that's a whiteboard. And I use that a little bit more in COVID than I did I was walking away from my mic. But I use that to kind of map out where games are, when we can scout, who we can scout. But I do that more on the Google calendar.
Right. So then I start to look at opportunities to scout. Now, scouting looks a little bit different now with like Huddle Share and stuff.
It's gotten too easy for these young freaking pups. Yeah. I'm telling you, way too easy. It's like the amount of time I spent on the road scouting people with a camera.
Yeah, I remember my first year coaching at the varsity level, we didn't have Huddle. I think I made 15 or 16 scouting trips. I felt like then the first year I got Huddle, life was so much better.
Yeah, and again, I agree. I think there's some relationship building that's lost when you do it with your assistants. And I also think there's something different seeing someone in person and seeing them on tape.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole different topic.
So
I remember doing what we're talking about today with you when you joined Teach Hoops right away.
Yes.
Like the calendar and map it out. And when can you get things in? I think that I think it's more, I do it for several reasons. I do it for the scout. I do it for what I need to get. Like, it's also like prep. Like, okay,
it helps you navigate your practice schedule too, right? Yeah. It's kind of like, this is the base of it. And then everything you do off of it helps you create other schedules, right? Or plans, right? You got to have this calendar laid out because I don't know, you got finals the first semester in January, you have winter break, you have all these other things, that need to be in that calendar.
Right. Yeah. it's like, oh God, this is the Sadie Hawkins twerp dance or whatever it is. And well, okay, that's on a, and I'm just saying that kind of crap you got to figure out. Like,
Well, you
or,
also can understand where your pulse of your team is going to be, right?
yes,
There's going to be certain days, whether it's you played a Friday, Saturday game, and then you might have a Tuesday game for some odd reason. It was terrible scheduling, whatever. It happens to all of us at some point, whether it's reschedules or stuff where there's some gauntlet in the middle of the season, and you know where your players' heads are going to be. I mean, right now I can tell you some of the worst practices of the year are, the day after Thanksgiving is terrible, terrible.
So I always play on that Saturday. Always play on that Saturday because it makes Friday better.
It does.
Yep, makes Friday better. Yeah.
But that's you learning that and understanding that as you create your schedule and you start to read that schedule. I think it helps you plan for other seasons ahead of it, right?
Well, and that's why when Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, we try to have a scrimmage on that Wednesday because the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is bad too.
Terrible too.
Yep, because they're all like,
day or two before Christmas time. Terrible.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yep. And then so another thing to map out is to look at is like, and again, we all know these things, but to see it on paper is a little bit easier. I think to be able to know when finals is and when that's talk about pulse of the team, it's like when are they going to be stressed? When are they worried about their semester grades? When are they, mom and dad are on them about studying? It's like all that stuff comes into play because they're still teenagers. It's like they're stressed about that kind of stuff. I'm stressed about it. Shoot, I got grading I got to do and blah blah blah. So there's lots of things that happen in that window of preparation. But I think you're right. It's also macro versus micro. Like, micro is I play on Tuesday. I got to get ready for an opponent on Friday. It leaves me Wednesday and Thursday to get in what I need to do to beat that specific team.
Right.
Macro is, all right, I got to go from point A to point B and be ready and beginning of March to be ready for tournament. Here's my macro. Where are my stumbles going to be? Where are my easy parts going to be? How can I make it easier? How can I make it harder? Those kind of things. I think that's important. I don't know.
Very much so. I know that's what I'm saying is like you're mapping out your game schedule to help you make other decisions. And whether it's, let's say that the day before Christmas, you don't have another game till late December. Maybe you decide to do an hour practice and surprise the kids and take them bowling, do something like that, like other ideas. Like once you've done it for a while, there's moments within the season where you got to do some fun stuff. And when you can map that out and know that you're not going to lose anything, that's fine. But in the end too, though, Steve, we can say this all right. We can calendar it out all we want and you're going to make adjustments and things are going to change. But I think when you have a framework of organization of everything, I think it helps you make better decisions with your players when it really matters the most.
100% agree. Yes. I mean, it's that pivot as the teacher, as the coach about this is working, this isn't working, why I've called I've had those winter when they're out of their routine, similar to COVID.
Yeah.
When we got, I could see it last year when we got shut down. We got shut down a couple of times during COVID. That you can just it's like holy crud! It took us, it's like getting distracted while you're studying. It takes you, you get distracted. It takes you another 20 minutes to get refocused. Well, it's the same thing. During the season, there's times where they're just going to lose it. And it's just like, you can fight it or you can just, realize that it's happening.
It's a reality. These kids are 16, 17, 18, 15 years old. They're going to have mental breaks. It's normal. They're not robots, and even robots break down. So if robots break down, humans are going to break down.
Yeah. You think?
So
yeah, I agree.
How you look around is just finding ways to keep that going.
All right. Anything else, Coach?
Nope. I thought this would be helpful for coaches. So
I think so. All right. Till next week.
Thanks for watching, Coach. Make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified every time we come back on. But you will not be disappointed with teachhoops.com. 14-day free trial. Let's go check it out. Have a great day.